Do you think the Congress was late in realizing the worth of social media? Because at the time when you took it over, there was a sense of distance, not a great amount of importance paid to social media. Now it's completely the opposite. Now the Congress is completely on the front foot as far as social media is concerned.
Yeah, I think back in 2014, I don't think the Congress was using social media much, but it was also people just moving into the social media space, right? A lot of people didn't know of Twitter, but now you have a lot more users. Instagram, I think Facebook is pretty much, I don't know, passe. I don't know how many people use Facebook anymore, but yeah, but Instagram and Twitter, yeah.
During your hiatus from politics, Divya, have you stayed in touch with Rahul Gandhi? Has Rahul Gandhi stayed in touch with you?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Because in a couple of recent interviews, you've talked about how he was there for you in a difficult time. Tell us a little bit about that.
I lost my father in 2013 when I was filing for the nomination, on the day of filing the nomination, and I was very close to him. He's not my biological father, but he's someone, I mean, he's the father I never had. And I was very, very close to him, and I lost him on the day of filing my nomination. And I didn't know anything about politics. I didn't know what upper house, lower house, Vidhan Sabha, Lok Sabha, nothing. And I didn't know my constituency, Mandya, at all. And I think with that, I think it came as a shock to me, and it was a very, very low phase for me, and I didn't want to contest that election, but I did, and 10 days later I was in Parliament, and I didn't get any time to grieve. And I think it was through this period that I sort of, started to ask those kind of existential questions. And I think it was through my work that I actually found some kind of, probable answers. And it was after I lost the election that I met Rahulji, and we sort of exchanged contact with each other. And then I think he sort of, through that period, sort of, helped me through it. And he introduced me to Vipassana and Advaita Vedanta and Zen Buddhism and things like that. So I think that sort of really helped me. I lost complete hope of life, and I contemplated the extreme at times. And I think if not for him, I don't think I would be back here today doing what I'm doing. Yeah.
The Congress party and its the media cells, as it were, Divya, are often criticized of being almost completely dedicated to constantly repackaging and selling Rahul and recrafting him for public consumption. As someone who was entrusted in some ways with, with selling the idea of Rahul to voters, what is your assessment of the Bharat Jodo Yatra and the manner in which Rahul has now been projected to the people? He's called himself a tapasvi. He's taking during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. He said, he's a tapasvi. There is this the whole Adani issue has become a big thing that he's taken up as his big issue, like Rafale during 2018, 2019, which you're familiar with. What do you think of this image of Rahul that has now been painted?
I don't think there needs to be any repackaging or anything or trying to sell him. I think it's there for people to see. And I think, going by the circumstances, the environment in the country today, I think if there's one person who's really speaking the truth and not backing off, despite being stripped of his MP status and his house and everything, he's still speaking about it, Nobody else is, no one from the film industry, I'm sorry, but nobody in the media, nobody's talking about it, only he is. So I think that kind of courage, that kind of bravery, I don't think anyone else is displaying that. I think only he is. And I think that's there for people to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a small interjection. As far as India Today is concerned, we've been raising all of the issues. There are many others who don't, but the India Today group, no fear or favor. We ask all the questions from all sides, but I know who you're talking about. But on the issue of Rahul, he's begun his campaign here in Karnataka. There are going to be lots of rallies. I was here in 2018, and I remember it was like this mad war of rallies. Rahul, Modi, and all the big guns. Do you think there is a Rahul factor that matters in an election like Karnataka, where the issues are so staunchly local, and the Congress this time is trying desperately to keep them as local as possible?
I think you need someone of some stature who will come and speak to the people and people actually listen to them. But I think the issues to be spoken about would be local.
Yeah.
I think Kannada, the language, our culture, the corruption of the BJP, this 40% commission, whatever, all of those things, I think those things will matter.
Do you think, because the Congress party this time has, it's pretty apparent, even from far away in Delhi where we report this from, that they're picking and choosing the narrative and the issues that sort of hinge on Kannada pride, regional identity, Amul versus Nandini, and things like that. What is your assessment of that? You think that's a good thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hindi imposition, Kannada pride, state-owned, entities versus, trying to get national into. I think those definitely matter for sure. Yeah, I think the narrative here is good, but there has to be more of a campaign. Like, I don't know what the slogan is. Do you know what it is?
We'll get to the slogans in just a moment, because I do have a couple of questions on slogans versus slogans. But the BJP, in some ways, is trying to make this a bigger than Karnataka election. National issues. The Congress, like I said, conversely, is trying to focus as hard as it can on keeping it as local as possible, because it feels it's a disadvantage if the issues get nationalized and it becomes like a Rahul versus Modi kind of thing. Do you think that's what it is?
I think it's a
the
disadvantage.
Congress is treading a path where they don't want it to become a personality clash between Rahul and Modi.
No. I think here the BJP is on the back foot because the local issues are so strong and they are disadvantaged there. Like I said, because of the corruption and things like that. So I don't think that, the Congress is trying to keep it more local and not national, and the BJP is trying to make it more. I mean, to each their own, right? I mean, to each their own. They're trying to take advantage of each other's weaknesses. But here, I know the public really cares only about the issues, like local issues, like what really matters to them. I don't think that 2014 thing, I think Rajdeep wrote a book, na? I don't think that wave...
I was about to quote from it, actually.
I don't think that wave is there anymore. I don't think. I mean, no.